Hi, I'm Taimia Fatichak, and this is my colleague Jocelyn. And our topic is on Instagram stories. Our company is named T&J Communications, and I'm a social media specialist.
Hi,
And
my name is Jocelyn Landwehr, and I'm also a social media specialist at T&J Communications with Timea.
okay, so our agenda today would be we're going to talk about Instagram stories, and then creating brand awareness with Instagram stories, and then about Instagram story campaigns and Instagram story, the best practices for them, and case studies, recommendation, and then an overall summary. So starting out with what Instagram stories is, over 500 million people use the stories daily, and Instagram really pushes for brands and people to use the stories. Stories let users make a feed of content that disappears in 24 hours after being posted. They have engaging features like questionnaires, stickers, GIFs, music, and it also allows people to display ads across their feeds. Instagram stories are an exclusive feed of content for your followers with the addition of adding your own creative touch to it. These are some of my favorite Instagram story ads that I've seen. Personally, I've always enjoyed this feature. I find it really personable and fun. I like to see what my friends and my favorite places I follow are up to and what they're promoting. I really like these ones because of the color schemes they chose. I'm also a big fan and user of each of these companies, and they also have the feedback feature, which where they can ask a question and you can put whatever you want, which is really useful. Instagram stories is a way to elevate your visual content strategy. Its tools allow you to get to know and understand your audience more with these features. You can harness an even more engagement with your audience by using their responses and valuable feedback to help dictate your content strategy overall. For Instagram Insights, this feature allows Instagram business account users to see the analytics related to their profile and their posts. From this data, you'll be able to identify what your audience likes and engages with the most to improve your Instagram strategy. If you're already using Instagram for your personal account, you can switch to a business profile in order to have a business account, but you have to have a Facebook page for your brand. Instagram will give you the option to create a new one during this process if you don't already have one. Overall, Instagram Insights is an analytics tool that gives data on your follower demographics, actions, and for your content. It allows you to explore demographics and behavior, which includes gender, age, group, location, and the online time of hours and day. The data you find will help you learn more about your audience and what content engages with them the most, and how your ads are performing. Using this will help guide what kind of content you really want to make for yourself and your brand. So for brand building awareness with stories, Instagram offers an incredible level of opportunity when it comes to engaging with new customers on social media. It's one of the best marketing tools because it has a worldwide appeal, and it's one of the best ways to build your brand and audience globally. At the end of the day, the most important feature of Instagram stories is the stories themselves. Stories connect people in real life and with the audience online. Instagram stories allow brands the unique opportunity to tell their own stories and nurture positive relationships. With a billion people using this platform worldwide, it's a great tool to use to get your brand in front of your target audience. And with a good schedule and Instagram strategy in place, you'll be at a good pace for your results fast. So continuing more for brand awareness and with stories, Instagram has a projected of 2.3 million posts per week. And for these ones, I chose Cheerios and Vogue. So Cheerios does a really good job at responding back to their followers and users. And then Vogue does a good job of staying aware of what's going on in the world and providing links for more information. Studies show that images drive more engagement than text, and people nowadays are getting more and more visual than ever before. Stories are the perfect enhancement tool for your Instagram branding, and they populate and display differently than your regular Instagram feed, and also have the added benefit of being easier for users and potential customers to interact with your brand. Stories can also allow you to go into detail about a sale, promotion, or giveaway, or you can add sneak peeks to a new blog or product. Also, because this type of content is time sensitive, they create a psychological sense of urgency for the user. And yeah. Okay, so going off for Instagram campaigns, this allows people to have stories with a really creative and nice way to get your message across for different audiences. During an Instagram marketing campaign, you're trying to achieve a specific objective over a fixed period of time. If you want to launch a product, connect with new customers, or build your brand's reputation, an Instagram campaign can help you achieve your goal as long as you set yourself up for success. Instagram stories is a way to elevate your visual content strategy, and it allows you to get to know your audience 10 times more. So continuing for Instagram campaigns, businesses of all sizes are turning to Instagram stories to run and promote their marketing campaigns, and they've been really successful. At the most basic level, it involves businesses sharing content on their Instagram stories with the intention of achieving a marketing objective. That objective can be broad, like building a brand awareness, or it can be really specific, like generating sales for a new product release. Whatever your objective is, your focus should be on creating high quality interactive content. Generally speaking, unless your campaign is tied to a larger event like Pride Month, for example, or a long-term awareness campaign, it's best to set a fairly concise timeline, usually a week before at most. That said, it really depends on the focus and goal of your campaign. Some campaigns need really strict deadlines like contests and giveaways, while others can be a little bit more open-ended. Just be careful not to let your campaign go for too long, otherwise you're losing of streaming. So for research, I found from The Guardian, a quote I found that I thought was really cool was accounts that posted a series of 10 stories earned twice as many medium impressions as accounts that didn't post at all, and those with 20 stories earned 5 times the number of median impressions than non-story posters. So The Guardian found that for their Instagram stories, less labor-intensive posts like simple static graphics and quick explainer videos outperform their professionally produced videos, which makes sense because I believe in a social media world where there's so much fake stuff going on, people are genuinely interested in the real, raw, unedited content. Sports accounts are posting the most days per month, whereas brand accounts are posting the least amount of days per month. Overall, we're not at a point where brands are posting daily to Instagram stories. However, the popularity of Instagram stories grows and businesses continue to success with the channel. Posting daily will probably become more common. So the best practices for Instagram stories, while stories only last 24 hours, your list of viewers will last 48 hours and your insights will last for 14 days. Building an Instagram story strategy is really important because of the statistic it has. About half of the Instagram's monthly users are using stories. That's 500 million people posting 1 billion stories every single day, and that's about 62% of those people say they become more interested in a brand or product after seeing their stories. For their part, brands have responded to the channel's popularity by posting an average of 2.5 Instagram stories per week. Also, 4 million brands are advertisers on stories as of January 2020, and given the state of the world, it's very possible for those numbers to go up.
Great. Thank you so much, Taimia. Now I will get a little bit into some case study research I did. Here are a few examples, starting off with the first one being Mercedes-Benz. It's actually Mercedes-Benz UK who collaborated with Facebook Creative Shop to create a contemporary ad to showcase their new Mercedes-Benz C-Class Cabriolet. Instagram stories provided a smooth and easy experience for the audience while showcasing the car in a fun way, which emphasized the enjoyment of open-top driving. The next example is DriveNow, which is a German-based car-sharing company. They decided they wanted to attract new customers on Instagram while also testing which channels work best for them on the platform. Utilizing Instagram for Business, they decided to throw a cross-platform strategy in the marketing mix and set up the Instagram performance campaign. And both of these had really great results. The next examples include the first one being from Enel, which is an Italian energy supplier. They had used Instagram stories to run video ads, all of these being created with the goal of increasing brand awareness. Enel wanted to reach new, previously unreached audiences, and so their ads were designed to work with and without sound. The ads also allowed for potential customers to discover Enel's flash sales and good offers. And the last example I have is AirPay. They tapping into mobile users among the millennial demographic. AirPay used ads and Instagram stories for the first time. The mobile payment service used video ads in application installs, and they also used animated full screen vertical videos that highlighted how user-friendly their app was. All right, so moving on into some recommendations we have. The first one is to create a visual identity for your brand. The example screenshots I have up here are from the brand Glossier, which has a really cohesive brand identity. Along with this, Instagram stories are a full screen immersive experience for viewers. You can use this to your advantage by incorporating compelling graphics. Also, consistency is really key in creating a style and presence on Instagram for your followers. Your followers should be able to recognize your brand style before they even read your username. So using consistent colors, fonts, and stickers can be really helpful in this process. Additionally, creating a brand style guide would be helpful in ensuring that your brand has a consistent tone. Moving on, the next screenshots I have are from the Outdoor Voices, which is an athletic wear brand. And these are all images that are displaying their new store in Austin. And according to Hootsuite, appealing to your viewers' emotions is the most effective way to catch and keep their attention. So we as humans do this through storytelling. And like I mentioned, all these photos from the Outdoor Voices store in Austin, Texas, kind of tells a story of the store and how it was created, and includes all the different elements that make the story unique. You can also put storytelling into action by telling your brand story, or maybe a story of how one of your new products came to be. To begin this process, try storyboarding your Instagram story idea to brainstorm the best possible way to tell it. The next recommendation is to brand yourself quickly. These screenshotted images are from the jewelry brand Majory. As Tanya mentioned earlier, it is really critical that your brand conveys their message really quickly because we as humans are getting shorter and shorter attention spans. And so it's important to do it quickly and also in an intriguing and clear way for viewers. So moving your most exciting on-brand frames to the front of your story chain is a great strategy, according to Hootsuite. I think that these graphics do a really great job because they're very, very simple and get their message across very quickly. It's clear that, you know, they have like holiday deals going on and special Christmas related wrapping that you can get on your orders. So I think that they grab viewers' attention really quickly with that first initial image with the like horn in it. All right, and the next recommendation, of course, is to shoot vertically. This is just an example I found online, and you can tell immediately just like how much more appealing the one on the right is than the one on the left because it fits, you know, the frame that Instagram allows you to fill when it comes to Instagram stories. Also, according to Hootsuite, every social platform has its quirks and differences, of course. Instagram recommends that brands use vertical full screen visuals when posting to stories. Instagram created the stories feature to uniformly drive better results. So if content isn't being created solely for stories, it is important at least to try to make sure to make it look like it was created for Instagram stories. All right, and the last recommendation is to provide value to the customers. These images, there's another slide as well, are from the brand Always Pan. And I think it really does a great job at providing value for the viewing customers. Again, as Tymia mentioned, it's really important to provide value when creating Instagram stories. Instagram stories are a great place to give your audience what they didn't even know they needed. So to use Instagram stories to their whole potential, it is important to ask yourself what your brand can do for your audience. So you'll see that this example actually kind of incorporates the storytelling aspect as well. It starts with, a question of what is the difference between a saucepan and a saucer, and goes into, how we are so used to having so many different cookware pieces that it just gets expensive, cluttery, and messy. So then, they say enter the Always Pan and proceed to give you all of the reasons why this pan will make your life easier, because it has all of these great features and it can be a pan that is very versatile. So yeah, I thought that this did a really great job at providing value for the customers, because this pan ultimately will be very valuable to people that are in the kitchen a lot and need an easier pan to use. All right, so with all of this being said, moving forward, our final summary of recommendations is to post a series of 10 photos in order to gain the most impressions and insights. Again, like we mentioned before, it's important to create a strategic Instagram story content calendar for each week so that you're prepared. Additionally, creating a visual identity for your brand will not only help the content you post on your Instagram stories, but will also help your overall branding in general. And then finally, providing value for your audience through Instagram story content. All in all, it's really important to remember when you relate to your audience on a human level, you also gain goodwill between yourself and your audience. Instagram stories are an opportunity to continue to build your brand while also connecting with your audience on a deeper level. And that is all we have for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for listening.
And here are our resources.